What's going on, everybody? It's Lights Out from MaddenDaily.com. In this video, we're breaking down a full Seattle Seahawks offensive scheme. It's 3-1-1 personnel based. We're going to be coming out in pistol trips and audibling to gun trips offset. This video that you're watching was strictly supposed to be for our members on our website as a bonus scheme. We broke down another Seattle scheme this week. It was out of Pistol Jumbo Z. But we decided to give you one more scheme out of Seattle. And we're also going to post it on YouTube due to the fact that you guys have been liking a lot of our videos. You guys have been supporting us. You gave Stiff 75 likes on his part 1 of this scheme. So we're posting this scheme both on our membership and on YouTube. So regardless where you're watching this, please hit it with a like. You're going to love this scheme. Comment on any suggestions or what you thought about the scheme. I'm telling you, this type of scheme that we're breaking down is not something that we typically do on YouTube. This is something we do every single week on our membership to go along with blitzes, defensive schemes, and offensive money plays. So if you're on the fence, if you were on the fence about buying our membership, it's only $7.95 a month. This is exactly what you're going to expect every single week. Sit back, get some popcorn. This is going to be a nice video. Enjoy. Let's get started. So we're going to come out in pistol trips. Every single play, we're going to come out in strong power out of that formation. And we're going to audible to plays in that formation plus gun trio offset. So let's get started. Like I said, coming out in strong power. There are many reasons why we're going to come out in strong power every play out of pistol trips. One reason is every other play that we use in this scheme are going to be quick audibles. You do not need to set custom audibles for the Seattle Seahawks playbook. Even in our Jumbo Z, you did not need to set audibles. Another main reason why we're coming out in strong power is because your opponent must base align to stop this. If your opponent comes out in a 4-3 2-man under, next clip I'm going to show a 3-4 2-man under, a nickel 2-man under, 3-4 cover 3, no matter what, unless your opponent comes out in like a dime or quarters, there's going to be no defender on the right side, on the right outside of the field, because our 3 receivers are on the left. And as you can see, we're hitting them with the strong power and getting huge yards every single time. Now, this is dime defense, dime 2-man under. You can see there was a defender on the right, but regardless, we were able to get an easy 10 yards. And if our opponent is in this type of defense, like a dime or a quarters, we could audible to the HB dive and run directly up the middle. But we'll get into the HB dive later. What we're doing is we're forcing our opponent to base align the defense. And when our opponent base aligns the defense, now we're going to run it to the left. We flick the run to the left. We have 3 receivers against only 1 blocker on the outside left. What we like to do is motion that left slot receiver to the right. And we do that mainly because it blocks better, but also we have a passing play with the same exact setup. You don't have to motion him though. As you can see, we have way more blockers than they have defenders. And we're able to get a nice chunk of yards with the strong power to the left if they base align. If they don't base align, you just run it to the right. That's why coming out in strong power is such an effective play, because no matter what our opponent does, we're making them adjust. So by coming out in strong power, we're forcing our opponent to base align. And that's going to free up other passing plays in this scheme. But we can't just run the ball every single time our opponent doesn't base align. So another play we're going to do if our opponent doesn't base align is verticals out of pistol trips. It's a quick audible. And how we're going to set this up is we're going to smart route the tight end on his out route. He's going to act as if a corner route. We don't have a corner route in any of the quick audibles, but a smart routed out route will work exactly the same. We're going to put the running back on a small out route. That way he'll work perfectly with the out route in zone on the right side. And then we're going to put the left slot receiver Y or triangle on PS4 on an in route. We're then going to motion the in route to the right and hike it right before he gets to B. This is the same motion we did when running the strong power. As you're going to see, the smart routed out route to the tight end will get wide open against a non-base aligned man defense as he makes his cut. Pretty much just like a corner route. And then you have the running back on the out underneath. Just in case it's zone coverage like right here, the flat zone will bite on the running back, leaving the out route to the tight end still open. And if that defender on the right is in a purple zone instead of a flat, if we notice that, we're going to hit the running back on his out and get a nice chunk of yards. Now let's go back into man coverage and look at the left side of the field. Let's look at the motion in route to Y. Once he makes his cut to the right after he dips, he's going to get wide open against man coverage. And then we also have the post route to B. He is unbumpable, and you're going to throw it against man with a bullet pass to the outside, to the right. And he also works perfectly in zone. All four routes work perfectly together. As you can see, they're spaced out perfectly and are leveled brilliantly. They work against man and zone. Now, as far as the outside left receiver, we like to leave him on a deep route a lot of the times, especially if we see our opponent biting down on any of the four routes going from left to right. If we see that safety not respecting that deep left, we're going to throw a bomb to him. That's usually going to be our fastest receiver. However, a lot of times though, against a blitz or just in general, we want a quick read, we're going to put him on an out route and then smart route him, and that's going to be a great read against a man blitz or against a zone. He will even get open a lot of times if there's a purple zone on the left due to the motion we're doing with the inside slot receiver. That purple zone will bite down to the inside, leaving that out route enough space to get open on the sidelines. Also on current gen, that smart routed out route will be open all day on the short side of the field, even against a purple zone. Now we're going to look at pistol trips HB dive. We're going to run this if our opponent base aligns, and then they also try to spread out their defense to stop the strong power to the left. We're going to audible to the HB dive. It's a quick audible, and it's self-explanatory. We're just going to run it right up the middle if there's not that many defenders in the inside. What's great about having the HB dive as a quick audible is we're coming out in strong power, and most people that have defense for the strong power usually are containing the outside and giving the middle up, leaving it open for the HB dive for a nice 4 to 5, maybe a potential big gain. Now we're going to be looking at pistol trips PA HB flat. Like I said, every play we use is a quick audible. PA HB flat is the quick audible play action play in pistol trips. And what's great about this is it's a really good play against a base align defense, and we're forcing our opponent to base align due to the strong power. What we're going to do is attack the middle and the left. There's no point of attacking right when our opponent base aligns. So what we're going to do is slant the tight end, block the running back, and then put X on an out route and then smart route him. If we see no defenders to the outside left, they pretty much need a purple zone to stop the out route, especially against off coverage or baseline. We're going to look for that first and hit that as the first read. Even a purple zone on next gen as well sometimes just will not play it, and you could kind of tell easily if he doesn't shoot out there right away. You could just throw that smart routed out route. If that purple zone does shoot out to the flats right away and guards it, that's exactly why we have the tight end on the slant route, and we're going to throw an outside precision pass to the left, down and to the left. And like I said, against a base aligned defense, we're not going to be attacking the right side because there's defenders on the right side for no reason. We're going to attack the middle. We have B and Y attacking on crossing routes that are pretty deep. We have the tight end bringing the hook zones down, leaving both open. This is a really good defense to call when your opponent is in base aligned zone. If your opponent is in like an off coverage man, occasionally we'll use the pistol trips slants play. We don't really use it that much. It's just very basic. It's just two slants. Stock slants are actually better than regular slants for some reason. They seem to get more open. We don't really use this play that much, but it is a play that you can use a couple times during the game. Let's now move on to shotgun trio offset. Let me reiterate one more time. We're coming out in strong power at a pistol trips because we want our opponent to respect it and make them base align. If they don't, we're going to run to the outside right every single time. If they do base align, we can run the HB dive right at the middle or the strong power flip to the left, plus the passing plays that we broke down. Let's say, for an instance, our opponent is doing this type of defense and they're locking up the HB dive for some reason, and they're locking up the strong power. Now we could audible to gun trio offset inside zone, which is a run up the middle, but it's a little bit more off tackle to the left. So your opponent may have D for the HB dive and the strong power, but not the inside zone. The inside zone is great, especially against a base aligned defense, because we could take it directly up the middle, off tackle left, or all the way to the left, because we have three receivers against not that many defenders on the left. If you watched part 1 of this video, Stiff broke down a passing play out of this formation, and he motioned X to the right and hike before he got to B, or in between Y and B. So we're going to do the same exact motion when running the inside zone, and we're going to try to take it to the outside. Now remember, if our opponent baselines, no one is going to follow X, so we can also motion him directly inside the line by the left guard and run that run off tackle for a big gain. That's the difference between this and the HB dive at a pistol. Let's look at another great play out of shotgun trio offset, and it's called flood. This is really good against baseline defenses because we're completely attacking the left side of the field. Now if you look at B and X, they're supposed to be flip-flopped. X is supposed to be on the outside left, B is supposed to be in the inside, but when you audible to it, B is actually to the outside left, and you don't usually get a flat zone. You're not usually able to get a flat zone all the way to the left. So we're going to use this to really flood zone on the left side of the field. We like to use this play when on the right hash mark because it gives us a lot of space on that left side. Here I'm showing my opponent in a baseline defense. It's a cover 3 and there is a flat zone, but that flat zone is very far away from the flat route. So we could actually throw that right away, let the computer control the flat, and we get a good 5 to 6 yards. Your opponent may try to move that defender out to the left. If we see that, we could just run the inside zone. It's a quick audible directly off tackle left, since he's moving one less guy for run support. But regardless, if he moves that flat out, or if the flat is playing the flat route, we have a smart routed out route, or just a 10-yard out route that will get open every time against a flat coverage. If our opponent has a purple zone, we would just throw right away to the flat route. The 10-yard out is also good against man-off coverage. We then have our inside receiver X on a fade that we like to user catch him or just throw in that left seam once we see our opponent trying to stop the outside passes. That should bring that hook zone on the left side deep down the field, leaving our crossing route to the tight end open, and we're going to throw that pass down into the left. Now this play against a baseline zone defense is great stock, but one thing we do like to do is put X on a hitch route. Now this is going to work to the exact opposite of what the fade did. This is going to bring a hook zone down, leaving the tight end open. And if the hook zone plays the tight end, we'll just dump it real quick to the hitch. This hitch also gets open in man and is unbumpable on next gen only. Let's look at the play that Stiff broke down, which is gun trio offset PA Hawks dig. We're going to do the exact same setup that he did in part 1. What we're doing here is we're attacking baseline but deep. We have 2 deep streaks, we have a deep post and a slant underneath it. So we have this attacking the deep middle, the flood attacking left. We have the PA play at a pistol attacking the middle and left. And those are all plays we would do if our opponent baselines, but if he doesn't baseline, we would hit him with the strong power that we come out in, or the vertical plays that is very deadly against a non-baseline defense. I hope you guys enjoyed this scheme. Most of you guys know that last year we broke down a Green Bay Packers ebook. Well, we are bringing that back Saturday night for our members. We're posting a full Green Bay Packers breakdown. It's going to be just like an ebook. That's for week 9. For anyone that's watching this that's not a member, you can get a free week trial. You get weeks 1 through 5 for absolutely free. You don't have to pay a cent. All you have to do is sign up and cancel before the week is over. If you would like all 8 weeks of content that we did so far, plus the Green Bay ebook that we're putting out Saturday night, it's only $7.95 per month. You're going to get everything, and you could actually opt out at any time. So essentially for less than $8, you're going to get all of the past content that we put out, which includes a full Seattle scheme, a Titan scheme, Eagles, pistol playbook scheme, a full Saints scheme, to go along with 3-4 odd D, a nickel 2-4 5D, T defense, 4-4 scheme, nickel normal scheme, dime flat, and many more defenses. We broke down money plays. Literally, we covered so much for current gen and next gen Madden. And then next week, or this week, we're putting out a Green Bay ebook into the membership. You'll get all that for only $8. So if you enjoyed this video and you want a scheme like this every single week plus much more, become a Madden Daily member today. All the links for the free week trial, premium membership, our website will all be in the description. Learn more and become a Madden Daily member. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this scheme. Please like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber yet. We post literally every single day on YouTube, so I hope you guys appreciate that. It's lights out for Madden Daily.